I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? Good mornings to all my people watching us on X and on YouTube. Salute to everybody out there rocking, whether you are at the JOB. Right. Cowboy Bob, you got something in the background, boss?
My fault. Yeah, I was jumping on the channel.
You back there watching karate movies? We doing the
Yeah.
intro with Cowboy Bob watching Shaolin monks.
We're about to get into some battles, man. It's like hype music, you know. You got to listen to your rap music before you get into the ring.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But salute to everybody. Good morning. Everybody watching us from wherever you are, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night. Salute to y'all. Good morning. Man, E. Gibson is in the building. Salute the son of the legend, Kerry Cox is in the building. Salute to everybody. Whether you are in your cubicle world, rocking the spot, just hanging out, answering phones, customer service, or if you're customer facing in a conference room with a customer working on a big deal, whether you are a truck driver out on the open road by yourself, salute. Whether you're a forklift driver listening with one of your earpods in, listening to Cowboy Bob and myself talk the way that y'all like to have this talk to y'all. Whether you are a third shifter that just got in a couple of hours ago and you already cooked your breakfast / dinner and is taking your shower and is getting ready to lay it down like a do-rag in some grease for the night. Welcome. Cowboy Bob, I got a topic for you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get right to it just to save some time. I have a thing and I need to speak for about 4 minutes. So
I'm gonna put myself on mute because I know
I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question, and then I have a series of backup questions, follow-up questions, right? And Knicks fans, I want y'all to bear with me when I say this. All right. Y'all know I love Mitchell Robinson. Y'all know I love Mitch, right? So let's not get some things twisted up here. Y'all know I love Mitchell Robinson. And y'all keep asking me the same question over and over. Yo, man, should we trade Mitch? What can we get from Mitch? And I keep asking you, why y'all keep trading Mitchell Robinson? Why y'all keep Why y'all keep asking me, should we trade Mitch? Why y'all keep asking me that? Right? And the comment sections, text message, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, y'all keep asking me 1,000 questions. Yo, should we trade Mitch? What can we get for Mitch? I'm not trading Mitchell Robinson. The only reason why I'm entertaining this conversation is because of y'all. Right? It's because of y'all. Right? And I'm not saying y'all are wrong or you don't have the right to consider improving the position. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it was never on my mind or my agenda. But in fairness to the conversation, in fairness to what's on your mind, we'll have the conversation. But I want to have a fair and balanced conversation about Mitch. Right? I'm going to bring Cowboy Bob back in, right? And then I'm going to ask Cowboy Bob straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Cowboy Bob, should the Knicks trade Mitchell Robinson?
We have him under contract for 1 more year, correct? Before I answer, I just want to make sure. 2? I'm going to say no, but for the sake of the argument, we can create some options. For me, I'm going to say no because we got him under 2 more years. If it was 1 more, then yeah. But for me, no, because of what he can bring and what we know he does bring. The only problem he has is standing on the court. So for his value and what he has at the contract, I wouldn't get rid of him. But there are plays out there that some people would want to get rid of him for, because of the fact is pretty much Mitchell. They're thinking Hartenstein might start over Mitchell Robinson. And if that's the case, I think that you're going to have to replace Mitchell Robinson if he's not the starter. And with that being said, I got 2 guys who late round picks that I think have value as far as replacing him. Aaron Bradshaw and Quentin Post are the 2 guys. You get those guys late.
Oh, boy. Cowboy Bob did the old man move. Hit the button accidentally. Oh, I hit the button. Cowboy Bob getting old. He must be 35, 40 years old. You could tell when cats get in their 40s, 35, 40 years old, they start doing stuff accidentally. Because when you're in your 20s, you be too smooth for that. Yeah, man, that wasn't me. That button hit itself. There's something wrong with this phone.
Yeah,
Cowboy
my
Bob,
fault.
everything all right?
Yeah, my fault. My hands slid. You're right. My hands are bigger than what I thought they were. But yeah, man, there's guys out there you can go ahead and grab. But the thing is anybody you replace is going to be a year or 2 removed that's going to need work. And in that time frame, you might as well use Mitchell.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, there's guys out there that you could get in the late rounds, and if you want to go through the draft, like you got Aaron Bradshaw, Quentin Post,
Darren Holmes will be there at 24, 25.
No, I was talking about later in the round because of the thing is you got me on Dunn. Like I'm stuck on Dunn, and the problem with me being stuck on Dunn is I like other people too, but as far as like the low end 7-footers and stuff like that, we can get. Probably won't even be drafted. Those 2 probably may not be drafted. Aaron Bradshaw, Quentin Post.
Yeah, you could find a backup, but here's the thing. Here's my thing with it. First, go ahead, Cowboy Bob. Go ahead and do speak to your point. And right. I'm gonna put the poll in the chat. I forgot to put the poll in the chat. I'm gonna do that right now.
Aaron Bradshaw, his advantage is I know he's a 7'1". He's a freshman from Kentucky. We all know how Tibbs is with freshmen and whatever you want to say. 19 years old, about to be 20. But his upside is he's a shot blocker. He rebounds on both ends of the court. He's a pick and roll guy. And y'all know I have a problem with how bad our pick and roll situation is, as well as he also can pick and pop as well. So for that young to have that and can create his own floor spacing with his shot,
How big is he?
he's 7'1".
Okay.
And he also has they compare him to Lively, but they say he has a better offensive shot. Bad passer, and his defense is in question because of his size. He's like I said, 7'1" freshman. He needs to get bigger. But if you look at that with the shot block and the rebound and the attacking at the rim, that's a younger Mitchell Robinson with a better offense. Some would say, not me, but I'm saying I kind of like him at the power forward position. But he's 7'1". So with that, you can have him. He's a year or two in the league. You let him get on the G League, bring him in the following year or 2 years later, and boom, now you got your guy. But you also have Quentin Post. They say he's like a backup. And this is why I say if you're going to have Mitchell Robinson come off the bench, you could find someone else like a Post. They say he's like a Mason. What is it? Yeah, Miles Plumlee. He has a 3-ball shot. He's a good passer with good court vision. His post defense, he's really good in the post defense, where we can use for Embiid, we can use him for what's his name, Giannis. We can use him for guys like that, to where he can be. Plus, he's an older guy, 7-foot center, Boston College. Like you can find a guy like that that can give you the minutes you need. So those two guys are what I think can replace Mitchell if we were to go down that way, because both of them give you upsides to where they don't need the ball as often in their hand, and you still get the rebounding and the defense, and both can give you a little bit better offense. But the defensive presence that Mitchell gives you, none of these two guys won't be able to even compete to that. But the upside is there in development.
Okay. Yeah, I was just asking if the Knicks should just trade Mitchell Robinson. And I think you broke down some stuff. And so what I would say is if the Knicks should trade Mitchell Robinson, then why should they trade Mitch? And I think you pointed out that you can find cheaper replacements for him.
And plus, they can give you the same.
What I'm gonna say is about Mitch is, if you're gonna trade Mitch, just make sure you get a quality return. That's the thing that I'm looking at the most.
Agreed.
If you trade Mitchell Robinson, get a quality return. Mitchell Robinson shouldn't be a salary dump.
Yes.
For one, that's the main thing, right? If you're trading Mitchell Robinson, right? If you guys get what you want, if you want to trade Mitch, if you get what you want, and you want to trade Mitch, I can understand why. Because Mitchell Robinson is going to make low-end starter money-ish, right? Do you want to pay two centers starters money? That's the question I'm asking Kerry Cox. Kerry Cox. Wayne Peterson is in the building. Salute. Pete. Hey, Pete, are you gonna have two centers that can't stay healthy and pay them both starters money? That's my question I'm asking the chat.
I honestly don't think that you could find a guy that's going to give you what Mitchell Robinson is going to give you defensively. But when it comes to offense, there's a lot of guys out there you could replace him with, especially at his contract. But Mitchell Robinson's been our guy, and like everyone's stuck to him as far as what he's brought to the table. Just he's hurt. Right now, you would be a backup, and you're going to be playing two centers where you could have not even two rookies. You could have two good backups to actually do the rotation spot for what you're paying these guys. Mitchell Robinson's only flaw to me is his health. I mean, even if you do trade him, I don't think you can get value of him because of what he brings as far as his size and fitting in the scheme. Now, if you're telling me we're moving off of center and we're going to run small ball and we're going to have...
Hey, we not. Are you going to pay two NBA center starters money?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's doubling down on the center position when we have other issues that also need to be addressed.
All right. So here's a question I have for y'all. If Isaiah Hartenstein is snagged up, is priced out of our range, do you still consider trading Mitchell Robinson?
I'm sorry. Can you elaborate?
That's easy, bro.
Because for me, I'm trying to do it without the bias. That's the thing. Like, it's very hard for me to do it without knowing what he's going to bring. So, I don't think so.
Chat, if Isaiah Hartenstein takes this reported 4 years, $100 million from OKC and goes to Oklahoma City, do you still trade Mitch?
No. Either way you look at it, we're going to be, if we sign Hartenstein, Mitch is going to be the anchor to the secondary team when he's, to me, the better defensive starter. But then if we don't sign Hartenstein, then we're relying on a guy to be our starter that's injury prone. It's a catch-22. Like, damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if we're not going to re-sign Hartenstein, right? If we're not going to re-sign Hartenstein, and I'm not saying don't try to, I'm saying if he's out of our price range, do you still trade Mitch? Right. Now, we spoke about all the pros, right? We spoke about all the pros, like all the positives for keeping Mitch. I'm gonna speak the negatives for keeping Mitch. And it's not because I dislike Mitch. Again, this is for the sake of having a balanced conversation. Mitchell Robinson is going into his 7th NBA season. And over 6 full NBA seasons, that man has developed 0 offensive repertoire. 0. When Mitchell Robinson is on the floor offensively, he does 0 to help your offense except offensive rebound. Mitchell Robinson, for his age, 26, 27, is the most raw center in the NBA. Still, after 6 full seasons, after 2 regimes, after 4 head coaches? Right? After 4 head coaches, 3 head coaches, whatever the number is? Mitchell Robinson still has not developed an ounce of offense. No jump hook, no over the shoulder, off the glass, none of that.
Free throws is still an issue.
Thank you.
He hasn't stepped up your free throws or aggressiveness. Excuse me.
Got it. Okay.
You better be careful. You might lose your hand.
Almost. She in here walking around with this pink football jersey shirt on. I was gonna show everything.
Be careful. She'd be like the grandma from the Nutty Professor. You walking over, but you're limping back.
Yeah. Almost, y'all. Almost had a special guest, everybody. Almost had a special guest. I like that pink football shirt, though. Talking about varsity. I bet you is varsity. I bet you all varsity.
But us doubling down on Mitchell Robinson is even worse because if we don't have Hartenstein and Mitchell is our guy we're starting, then we are asking basically Tibbs to trust someone that's new, whether it's a rookie, someone that's not in the system. And for the most part, I hear people saying that Tibbs has a problem with young guys. So
no, we don't. That's another false narrative.
exactly.
That's
That's why I
another
said.
Cowboy Bob. That's one of the false narrative. When people don't have anything to say,
Mm-hmm.
they'll just make up shit.
I got you.
Tibbs don't like young guys. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sure, Tibbs don't like young guys.
But
right.
That's what I'm saying. Like right now, it'd be perfect.
But I'm gonna just stay on this point just real quick. Yeah. Just real quick. Right. Before I stray, I don't want to change the topic to who Tom Thibodeau will play because it's the videos about should we trade Mitch. So I want to stay in this lane right here on Mitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell Robinson hasn't developed a dribble. He hasn't developed anything offensively. And the kicker is his touch gets worse every year. Look at Mitchell Robinson at the free throw line, everybody. Every year, Mitchell Robinson gets worse and worse at the free throw line. Honestly, I think if you bring him back, that man might shoot 28, 29% from the free throw line.
At $14 million, like,
yeah.
And you paying him as a backup pretty much because if you sign both, or if you get rid of one, you're gonna have him as a starter. And we all know that that's a big risk because he's not healthy. Right. And I'm not knocking him, but if you're not on the court, you can't be productive.
But Cowboy Bob, I'm trying to get to. Let me finish my thing on the.
My fault.
Cowboy Bob keep trying to drag the thing into the. Cowboy Bob, let me stay right here. We spoke about the pros, and now I want to talk about the cons for Mitchell Robinson. The reason why there are some people in Knicks universe that do feel like you should trade Mitch. Right? The injury things, those type of things are going to happen when you play centers, right? Those type of things are going to happen. Right? It's rare that you get a Rudy Gobert type that's going to play 70, 75 games. It's rare. In this league it is. Right? If your center plays, if you have 3 centers that play 60 games apiece, I think you won. You hit the lottery, right? But the cons for Mitchell Robinson outside of injuries, because those things happen. The cons for Mitchell Robinson, though, bro, and he's a great person and a great player, right? I think at age 26, 27, we may have gotten all we can get out of Mitchell Robinson.
Agreed.
Right? I think legit we got all the juice out of that squeeze from Mitchell Robinson. Right? And no disrespect to Mitch, because I'm not saying that he's a bad NBA player. I'm saying time waits on no man, bro. Father Time is undefeated. Right? When you take into account injuries, lack of development, lack of progression, the NBA changing, the NBA heading into these Wemby type centers. Like if the NBA, Alexander Sarr is going to be the number 1 pick, right? Wemby was the number 1 pick last year. Chet Holmgren is in the league, right? And for us to hang on to, dare I say, and Mitch, if you watching, you might, bro. I feel like you my cousin, bro. I feel like Mitchell Robinson is my cousin. And when I say this, it's gonna hurt my heart to say it, because this is a con, right? This is a negative. To hang on to a defensive center that has never won a defensive award ever, We say Mitch is a defensive center, right? We say that. But what does the rest of the NBA say? Has Mitch been on all NBA defense? Has Mitch been defensive player of the year? Has he been defensive player of the month? I'm just making up some stuff to see. Mitch has never ascended to that defensive place that people say he is. And then you ask yourself, well, why is that? If you ask yourself, well, why is that? King Ribby in the place to be. D Wayne in the building. Bronx Kicks for Life is in the building. Snipes Entertainment was good. King Ribby, fresh out the shower, says because of injuries. Miguel P in the building. Eddie F was good. Miguel P says, come on, man. This man put his entire career on the line to come back for the play. Yeah. Bro, again, I'm not saying trade him. I'm saying for the sake of this conversation, look at all the pros for Mitch and look at all the cons against bringing back Mitch. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying trade Mitch. I don't want to trade Mitch. But y'all as a group constantly ask me, should we trade Mitchell Robinson? And I didn't want to do this show like I didn't want to do the show yesterday about should we trade Randle. But so many of y'all asked me, this is more of a question for your contemporaries, right? This is more of a question for the fan base, not me. Cowboy Bob, how is Mitchell Robinson a defensive-minded center, but he's never won an award or anything like that?
And is in foul trouble a lot.
Right.
Like I'm not saying throughout the whole game, but he has moments where he'll get 2-3 quick fouls real quick on 2 quick end plays, offense and defense. So if you're a defensive center, you got to clean that up. And here's another thing. As good as a defensive center you are, you need some type of offense to off-scale everything. Because even look at Rudy Gobert. People give him hell for being a defensive center, but his offense is so bad that that's all he brings to the table.
Nah. Rudy Gobert averages about 15 a game. Rudy Gobert knows how to get open in the paint for dunks. Rudy Gobert has a push shot. Rudy Gobert has a jump hook. And Rudy Gobert has had this stuff for like 6 years. And Mitchell Robinson has been in the league for 6 years and don't have any of it.
Like his putback dunks, he even slowed that down. Because I remember 2 years ago, the first year we got Brunson, he was automatically going right back up with it. Now he struggles with even going back up. The ball gets knocked out of his hands, or
because he's not a confident free throw shooter. Right? Because think about it. Once Mitch catch the ball, why not just foul him? He gonna miss both free throws.
And what used to get us good was that he would get to the foul line at least. Because I remember everyone used to be like, oh, Mitch to the foul line. And I'd be sitting there saying that's a good thing. Because now they got to switch out centers because their center's in foul trouble. And he can have that to his advantage. But he don't even do that anymore.
Bro, and so this is the pros. And so if you're just jumping into the conversation, this is the pros and cons list. Nunez, what's good, buddy? This is the pros and cons list for Mitchell Robinson. I saw Mitchell out live, Cowboy Bob live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I saw Mitchell Robinson fake a pass and dribble to the rim and throw it down with 2 hands in Charlotte on Mason Plumlee. Y'all remember that? Anybody remember that? I was in the crowd. Mitchell Robinson faked the dribble handoff, right? Went right up the wing, jump. He took off from outside the paint and soared in the air like an eagle and threw that thing home like Barkley, 2 hands in traffic. Sound like he knocked down 8 bowling pins when he dunked.
Did he get the foul?
No, he didn't get the foul. They didn't foul him.
Okay.
Right. But the thing about that is that's once every 3 years from Mitchell Robinson. That's once every 3 years. I was fortunate to see it in person. I had to go smoke a cigarette after that. Because it's so rare. It's so rare. It's so rare. It was a bunch of Knicks fans outside of Spectrum saying like, bro, you saw that shit? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's like having truffle steak, like the rarity of it.
Yeah.
You need a good cigar after you eat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. The point that I'm getting at is that, right? My point is, the point is with Mitchell Robinson is after 6 full seasons, that man hasn't developed anything offensively. Irv K in the building, salute.
And he still needs help with pick and rolls.
He's not a good screener.
And even, especially backdoor. Like, he can't do none of that. He's drawing fouls with that as well. So, how could you? I'm sorry. Like, there's things for me that I think is simple basketball. Inbounding. Like, how do we still have problems inbounding the ball? And Mitchell Robinson, I'm not saying outside of the injuries, he's a good inbounder, but, like, come on. There's other things that we need from our center.
Yeah, these are things that I'm saying. Mitchell Robinson cannot catch the ball in traffic. Randle dimes him up. When they play together, Randle dimes him up at least twice a game, and he won't catch it. Now, when he does catch it, he throwing that thing home like Barkley, bro. Bam!
Like a Mark McGuire home run.
But he won't catch it. You know? It's one of those things. He just won't catch the basketball. He can't. Now, do you go into a thing saying, you know what? Maybe Mitch will develop such and such this summer. Maybe Mitch will develop such and such this summer. Maybe Mitch will develop that left hand turnaround hook, baby hook. Maybe Mitch will start going off the glass, off the square for the and ones. Maybe Mitch can get his free throw percentage up to 60%. And maybe me and Miss Mocha will hit the lottery. I'm telling you, I hit the lottery, bro. I'm gone. I ain't telling y'all nothing. Y'all gonna be like, yo, Lawrence Tears didn't come on today. I'm gone. Brazil, here I come. Yeah, and so the thing is, Mitch is on a cheap contract, right? But so are super raw NBA rookies, right? I legit feel like I can get Yves Missi to do the same stuff Mitch does right now, and I would only have to pay him $2 million.
Yup. Because either way you look at it, Mitchell Robinson at $14 million is our backup if Hartenstein comes back. Or even if he's starting.
Dripball is in the building.
I'm just saying, you got 2 starting centers that's going to be, one's going to be a backup, and they're going to be getting overpaid as a bench player. That's not helping us.
Right, because think about this. At the end of the day, if you bring back Mitch, if you bring back Hartenstein, and the Knicks win a championship, nobody has anything to complain about. Right? But if you bring back Mitch, you bring back Hartenstein, you bring back Sims, and you don't win a championship because nobody can guard Miles Turner on the perimeter, right? Nobody can guard Miles Turner on the perimeter, and on top of that, nobody makes Miles Turner work on defense. The reason why Miles Turner got off against us is because we didn't make Miles Turner work on defense.
And that was both outsiders.
How hard does Miles Turner have to work on defense? Hey, JJ, we watching the Mets game later, boss. What you think about that, Cowboy Bob?
I agree. Because I'm telling you, it's like either way you look at it, we're going to be handicapped with whatever we get. If we keep both these guys, we're going to have the same issues we had last year, and we're not going to have any growth. So for me, I hate to say it, one of them got to go. And I prefer Mitchell Robinson because we can actually use a rookie to come in or a different type of player at a cheaper contract to come in and help out Mitchell. Because Mitchell, honestly, what he's been giving us the last 2 years is, sorry, we can't do nothing with it offensively. When it comes to our offense shutting down, he has no shot. He can't create screens. He can't help us with floor spacing. And his post game ain't even there. So we can't even use him reliably on the offensive end when we're frozen. But the defensive end, he's not even creating turnovers. He's not even doing shot blocking like he used to. So either Mitch or Hartenstein goes. For me, I think it should be Hartenstein.
And dare I say, right? Hey, Jay Boogie in the building. Jay Boogie says, I saw Mitch in Atlanta catch a pass, reverse drop step, then pivot into a tomahawk dunk. I was like Mitch killing the layup line. Yeah. And listen, for the conversation, everybody. So salute to Jay Boogie. I got. For the sake of conversation, we're talking about the pros and the cons. It's not a direct criticism of Mitch because we want Mitch to stay, right? At least I want Mitch to stay, right? I want Mitch to stay and be the starter, right? I'm Team Mitch. In the team I heart Team Mitch debate, I'm Team Mitch, right? I want Mitch to be the starter. But at the same time, in order for me to have a valid case, Mitchell Robinson has to be better than Hartenstein. And right now, is he better than Hartenstein? No. No, he's not. So I understand that I'm fighting an uphill battle, right? Thinking, well, maybe Mitchell Robinson will come back with a jump hook. Maybe Mitchell Robinson will come back hitting his free throws, right? Maybe Mitch can stay healthy. Maybe, right? But at the end of the day, the dude has to stay healthy and he has to show some type of improvement offensively. Because he's a terrible screener. He's a nightmare on dribble handoffs. He's the only dude in the league that does a dribble handoff and nobody else is even in the screen. Right? You know how you watch Mitch do the dribble handoff and you're like, damn, what the next defender is in Kansas City. Like legit, Mitchell Robinson does the dribble handoff and the next defender is in New Rochelle. That's how much they disrespect Mitch's offense. Right? Right. Mitchell Robinson does the dribble handoff. The closest defender is in Westchester. The next defender is in Westchester out there living by Frank Lucas and them. Right? And so when you do the dribble handoff, you do the dribble handoff because the person doing the handoff should be some type of offensive threat, but he's not. They'll sag their man off of Mitch and double team Jalen Brunson, cut off Jalen Brunson's driving lanes.
No jump shot. Can't even do the pick and pop. Matter of fact, I just told y'all a rookie about Aaron Bradshaw that's known for that.
Yeah, I think you can get him as an undrafted free agent though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That even him as a rookie coming into the league is going to contribute some type of offense more than Mitchell, just off of the pick and roll. So while we invested in Mitchell Robinson because of what he,
but slow down. Let me say this though. Why would somebody respect Mitch's pick or his role? He's not a good screener.
Bad hands.
No, I'm talking about the screen part, right? He's not a
Okay.
good screener. He's an escape screener. He's like, set the screen real quick and he's gone. Like the guy that's being picked doesn't even fear being picked. Like Steven Adams. Steven Adams is a great screener role partner because when Steven Adams sets the pick, bro, trust me, you are picked.
You got spacing to where you could even split between, like, once the screen is set, you can go further out and split between that screen and still have time, as opposed to where Mitchell is moving exactly to where you're going, to where it just traps on you.
Right.
Like, Steven Adams gives you enough space to where you can attack behind the screen or go around or actually hold the defender there. But when it comes to Mitchell, it's like he's not even standing there at the screen. He's already moving out before contact comes. Because I remember saying that when him and Hartenstein were at the top of the key earlier in the season doing that. But like I said, if you guys like Mitchell Robinson, cool. But I just told you, a guy coming in the league is going to give you more, at least 2 or 3 other offensive styles that we need here that can be better. That's the negativity of Mitchell Robinson, is the development. It's not just the injuries, it's the development. His attack to the rim went down. Like I said, I used to see Mitchell Robinson grabbing rebounds and go right back up. I don't see that anymore. I don't even see him come down with both hands of the ball, clear the paint, and then look for the pass like he used to. So a lot of his skill set is depreciating, and you'd expect him to create a shot now after being injured and all of the stuff he's been through trying to come back. It's a lot of work. That's the negative on him.
Sherwin says that Mitchell Robinson is a quick screener, and I knew the Mitch truthers were going to come out and say that, right? You're a quick screener when you're a lob threat. When's the last time you saw Mitchell Robinson catch a lob off a screen, or catch the ball going to the rim to make an offensive move, whether it's a jump shot, jump hook, or a dunk?
Mm-hmm.
You don't. You don't. You don't. Sherwin, Mitch is not that guy anymore.
Thank you.
The guy that you're talking about, right? The set screen, the quick screen, Mitch. And I know, and listen, it's Sherwin, and I know you know basketball, right? I know you know basketball, right? I know you know basketball because we've been at this for years, and I respect your basketball knowledge, right? But is Mitchell Robinson the 235-pound bouncy string bean he used to be when he could set quick screens and go to the rim and catch lobs? Or is Mitchell Robinson a 270-pound plotter, right, that doesn't set screens and can't get to the rim and can't catch the ball in traffic?
Depreciated value. I'm sorry. It's, like I said, for the sake of the conversation.
Mitchell Robinson is no longer the 235-pound hyper athlete he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell Robinson is a veteran, big, with years of injury accumulation at 270 pounds that does not jump out of the gym anymore. Mitch is not that guy. Mitch is not jumping out of the building anymore. Can he jump? Yes. Right? But Mitchell Robinson is no longer the 40-inch vertical Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is no longer the guy that you think, if he had some offense, could play power forward. Mitch is strictly a bruising center.
And staying with Mitch, you mess with that offense because now the defense is just going to set up for 4 players to worry about.
Yeah,
like they could just put their weakest defensive center on Mitchell Robinson and run it that way. They could. I'm not saying Mitchell Robinson on the defensive end won't take advantage of him. He will. But on the offensive end, I gotta have my secondary go after Mitchell, get him out of his game, getting him to the free throw line. I can do a perfectly good mix match on Mitchell Robinson due to the lack of his offense. So that's another strike against us. is because it'll be 4 offensive players as opposed to 5.
Yeah, where are all the members at? Did the members get the alert? I don't see any members in the. There it is. Bronx Kicks for Life is in the building. Salute to the members. I don't see any members in here. I see Bronx Kicks for Life in here. Darren Wayne in here. So I see 2 members. I see 2 members in here. Okay. All right, maybe I need to do a members only show to get my. Hey, Mr. Gallman is in the building. He says, Sherwin, I'm going to be honest with you. Mitch is not that guy, even though I am a fan of Mitch, but I'd rather get Sims let go before they trade Mitch. Right. I don't want to trade Mitch, everybody. I don't want to trade Mitch. We're talking about the pros and cons, though. There's another member. All right. DSJ is in the building. Salute.
Salute, DSJ.
Salute, DSJ. Yeah, I don't want to trade Mitch, but if we're being honest with each other, right? Like Sherwin, Mr. Dunris, do you want me to shoot y'all the gas or tell y'all the truth? Right? I think a lot of people in this space will shoot you the gas. I don't want to shoot you the gas. I want to tell you the truth. Right? It was the same thing, the same conversation we used to have about RJ Barrett's free throws. Right? The same conversation we're going to have this summer about Jalen Brunson time of possession. We're going to have that conversation probably leading up to the draft about Jalen Brunson dribble, 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 ISO, dribble, 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 dribble. Cowboy Bob, did you see it firsthand?
Yep. Every minute of every playoff game.
Dribble, 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 dribble. And wonder why people can't get into the offense?
Yeah.
It's because the point guard is dribble, 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 dribble.
And just asking his center to come in, rotate, get in the post, block out his. That's another thing you pointed out. Forgot about that. The lanes for Brunson when he's in the post. He always seems to rotate into his man. Like Brunson will be doing his dribble, dribble, dribble. And then like as he looks up, you'll see Mitchell Robinson running right into him before the screen. Like he'll get to Brunson's spot before Brunson, and Brunson looks up, he's like, oh man, you're here. Like I've seen that too early in the season before he was hurt. So like I love Mitchell, but I'm giving you, like you said, this is just the negatives that we've seen. So Sherwin, don't take it like, oh, I want to get rid of Mitchell because I'm just giving you average that I've seen throughout his entire season this year.
The cons is what I'm saying. Yeah, with the pros, Mitchell Robinson's elite level defense. The cons are his offense is maybe the worst. Mitchell Robinson is the worst offensive center that we've seen this generation.
Agree with you, man. I love Mitchell, but
hey, I didn't know that. And Mr. Dahmers, I didn't know that. We may have to start trying to do shows around that. Not just for Mr. Dahmers, of course, but maybe we have to try to figure out a way to accommodate. Set up some type of accommodation, like a midday show or a evening show or whatever for our people that have a different schedule. Right. All right. Mm-hmm. So, but here's the thing. Here's my thing, Cowboy Bob.
Mm-hmm.
For what Mitchell Robinson gives you, I think you can find that for 1/6 of the price.
Agree with that too.
Mitchell Robinson, for what Mitch gives you, you can pay. What Mitch will make 13. I think you can bring in a guy that makes 3.5. Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm in you.
Ooh, Brunson is one of the best scorers. He has I think I was thinking about having that be the members only show Friday, but we may have to do that in an open panel. Right? We may have to do that show on an open panel. we may have to do that in an open panel setting.
So let me ask you this: if Brunson is, from what Sherman just said, Brunson is one of the best scorers. He has to dribble, dribble, dribble. If he has to dribble, 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 and we have Mitchell Robinson, that's not helping Brunson, because if he's dribbling, dribbling, but if he could, yeah, or Mitch, because if he can find him a center that he could pass to, or give him a screen to create to where he doesn't have to dribble, 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 he can still be the most effective scorer, but also have a secondary option in the pick and roll. So that I actually step up with Brunson. So if he's dribbling, 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 that means the defense is going to start setting up to where, like I said, instead of having 5 players offensively, it's only 4. Now they're going to go down to just trapping Brunson. Help out Brunson if he's the best scorer we have.
All right, so let's do this. If we're gonna trade Mitchell Robinson, what are we getting?
Oof. I'm about to go to the phone on that one. Because trading Mitchell Robinson, it's like, who's really gonna take him? Not everyone's gonna use them the way we would, and not everyone's gonna see the value as we would, because if you look at it, like you said, the bigs are moving in a direction of high offense, be able to defend the perimeter, 3-point range being pulled out, being an effective rim protector. Like, yeah, he has the rim protector, but can he move in space? Can he create? A lot of people can see him as that. Plus, he's older. So I don't even think we can get true value unless we're adding a draft pick. With
Everybody, just a programming note, we're going to be watching the Mets play baseball on Playback TV. So if you're a Mets fan and you want to watch the game with us, I have the package, pause, so that we can watch the Mets game together on Playback TV. Right, so we can watch them. We can watch the Mets together on Playback TV. And just an update on the poll for Mitchell Robinson. The no contingent has it in the slimmest of margins. The no's are winning 51% to 49%.
Ooh, that's more than what I thought. I thought it would have been more like 60, 65% for Mitchell. So, I know we on Mitchell, but I'm saying y'all are ready to cut bait with Mitchell, but you won't do it with Hartenstein? Like, I wonder why is that?
What I'm gonna say to everybody just really quick about Mitch. I want to keep him. But I will explore. I'm gonna look to explore right now in the process of pulling up the trade machine to see if there is a trade that you guys are excited about that would excite you guys in order to move Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Benny. My dog Benny is in here whining. He hate when we talk about Mitch. Benny, you're gonna have to get over that, bro. All right, Cowboy Bob, I'm whipping up a trade for us right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm whipping up a trade right now. Where is our guy? There he is. Mitch is making this year. All right, so I'm whipping up a trade right for Mitch right now. His average salary is $15,681,818. That's the average salary. We know it's declining though. We know it's a declining salary. Right. Where is? Oh no. This team doesn't. Okay. I was thinking Mitchell Robinson to the Phoenix Suns, but we can't do that. They don't have
money.
Yeah, their money is weird. All right. So I'm gonna look at Mitchell Robinson to the Golden State Warriors. If I can find them.
As a backup?
The Golden State Warriors? Nah, he won't be a backup in Golden State.
I'm sorry, I look at Golden State as offensive. You know, like I know he'll be good with them with the rebound and offensive rebounds and stuff like that. But every time I looked at Golden State, they had people who could score.
Okay. Right. All right. Gary Payton.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Payton, Moses Moody, Mitchell Robinson. All right. So we're within a certain range, but ESPN doesn't list the draft picks aren't listed. They don't have draft picks listed. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't think he has much trade value outside of us.
I'm not going to use the ESPN one. I'm going to use Fanspo. ESPN's thing is cumbersome for me.
It's like the fans only.
You said it's like OnlyFans?
No. I was saying like it's not for fans only. Like ESPN, it's like all the announcers, you know, the guys who pretty much is mainstream that really don't know that much about the teams because they're just generalizing. As opposed to Fanspo, you got guys who's been watching these guys since high school.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
All right, so I hadn't used this one before, so I'm gonna add team one. Team one will be the Knicks. Where are the Knicks?
I honestly think that that's even worse if we do trade Mitch because the value we're getting, I think, is going to handicap us when it comes to draft. Like, we're still going to need a center. And there's not that many bigs out there that we can actually say we can trust unless we're moving up in the draft.
Okay. Second apron team before trade. Players cannot be aggregated in a trade. I don't care about that. I'm adding Mitchell Robinson. Trade Mitch to the Hornets. Right?
That sounds good.
And where is the guy I was looking for? Where is the guy that I'm looking for? There he is, Davis Bertans. All right, trade Davis Bertans to the Knicks. And I also want to see their picks. Charlotte picks 6, 42. Okay.
Mm.
So here's the trade that I'm looking for, everybody.
Probably might get the 42.
So I'm going to put this on the screen and y'all tell me what y'all think, everybody. And I'm sorry about being away from the screen, but I want to, since it was new, I want to kind of do it away from the screen first.
Mm-hmm.
This is the trade, everybody. Mitchell Robinson to the Charlotte Hornets for Davis Bertans, the number 6 pick, and a second-round pick. What do y'all think?
Wait, you said Mitchell Robinson and what? I didn't hear this.
Mitchell Robinson by himself to Charlotte.
And we get the 6th pick?
For the
Wow.
number 6 pick. and the and their second round pick. So we get their picks in this draft for Davis Bertans, and we give them Mitchell Robinson. And I already know what y'all are gonna say. Why would they do that? And they have Mark Williams because Mark Williams and Nick Richards Mark Williams can't stay healthy as a young player.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Sharon read my mind. Why would they have a young up and coming? Said Mark Williams, bro. I like Mark Williams. I like Mark Williams, right? I was saying that the Knicks should get Mark Williams in the Jalen Duren draft, right? I was like, yo, get Duren or Mark Williams. I'm a Duke basketball fan. I know who Mark Williams is. I know who Kyle Filipowski is. I know who Derek Lively is.
He was on it too. Just as you said it, it's like
I got you, bro. I got you.
I'd do that in a heartbeat because you move up to the 6th spot, you could draft you a center if you want to, and you still got the 24th and 25th pick. You could basically revamp your whole roster with guys that could actually back you up to where you can. Oof, that's dangerous. That's a trade I would like. Because we get the 6th pick, you can get a center that's a project, whoever you want. You can also create cap space, because you still have 3 other picks. There's so much you can do. You can revamp your whole backcourt and front court with younger guys, to where we're not having, Bogues or Burks coming off the bench. You got high flyers.
And the reason why Charlotte does it is because they shed $2 million in salary by doing this. So not only do they get a quality NBA center, they shed $2 million in salary, right? And teams sell second-round picks all the time for less than $2 million. So basically, they're giving you a second-round pick. Charlotte should love this deal.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not really in love with this deal, though. I'm not. I tell you, there is a deal out there that I do love. Mitchell Robinson to the Golden State Warriors. Right?
Kuminga?
No, they're not giving you Kuminga, bro. You gotta relax, bro. They're not giving.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Well, they're not giving you.
I had to try.
Yeah, they're not giving you that. Right. But what they will do, though.
Gary Payton. Have him back up at the 2.
And where is the other one? And the Knicks are giving them I'm going to see if I can execute this, everybody.
Probably got to throw in Burks. Oh, no, you just did it straight up. Okay. It went through.
Look at the package you get for Mitchell Robinson. You get Gary Payton II, Moses Moody, a 2026 first-round pick, a 2028 first-round pick for Mitchell Robinson.
Damn. 2 first-rounders for him? That's actually some value.
That's hilarious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chef NYK, would you do this deal? Would you trade Mitchell Robinson for the Golden State Warriors for a salary filler and 2 future first-round picks down the road? I would. Hey, where's Fritz at? You seen Fritz? I bet you Fritz Alcindor is somewhere on Twitter right now. Like, yo, how are they doing the trade show without me? Somebody go on Twitter. I'm gonna go on X and DM them. I'm gonna go on X and see if I can. Oh, there he is. What's good, bro?
Hey.
Somebody mentioned my name.
So I didn't know you was getting the entrance, man. I would have stayed quiet, but salute, man. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
So how do you like this trade? Mitchell Robinson to the Golden State Warriors for salary filler and 2 first-round picks down the road.
I don't think they give us 2 first rounders though.
It works right here, bro.
I mean, it'll work in there. Like financially, it works, but I don't think they give us 2 firsts.
I think they absolutely give us 2 firsts. But here's the thing: those 2 firsts that I have on the screen are unprotected. I think what they'll do is give us those 2 firsts, but make sure they put protections on them. Yeah. Like if they're a top 10 pick, like they'll give us 2. I think one to be top 5 protected, the other one to be like lottery protected, right? Just in case they have to rebuild after Steph Curry.
Yeah, I think that they might move Moody.
Yeah, Podziemski is basically took his spot.
Yeah.
And Gary Payton is basically salary filler.
Yeah, they paid too much when
Gary Payton got some defense though, like till he got hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Till he got hurt, he was doing really well. So you can use him as a defensive guy to come off the bench. And I value the draft picks.
I mean, if the Knicks are loading up for something, if they're loading up,
yeah. Because what I'm saying,
if they deal with if they want to deal with Ainge, and they got, you're gonna need a bunch of picks, maybe.
Yeah. Because Danny Ainge doesn't want Mitchell Robinson because he's got Walker Kessler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. So, like with the value of Mitchell Robinson, if this gives us 2 first rounders plus a guy like a Gary Payton, we can actually.
I just don't like trading Mitchell Robinson to trade him.
Right.
I mean, if there's a purpose, if like you're working toward a trade, sure.
Right.
But like just to trade him, just that, hey, let's just get him off the books. No.
Okay. Well, how about this? Can I speak to you about why the time is right to trade Mitch?
The timing, he has two years left. So I mean that's value for a team. Like if you trade somebody the last year on this deal, plus he's pretty much a bargain for what you get.
I disagree with you on this. And listen, hear me out. This is why I'm not disagreeing just to be disagreeable, right? Because I agree. I'm about 70% there with you, but I want to speak to the 30%. I think Mitchell Robinson has reached his developmental ceiling.
Yes.
I think this version of Mitchell Robinson is as good as it gets. There is no more upside. Mitchell Robinson is not going to come back this summer shooting 3-pointers.
No.
Right? Mitchell Robinson is not going to come back this summer with a handle.
The one thing about Mitchell Robinson is he's kind of restricted on the Knicks. Like, they don't want him challenging 3-pointers. They don't want him. There's a few things that he doesn't do. I think if you put him on a different team, everybody like, yo, where does this player come from? Because I think he would look different. I think they would let him roam a lot more than the Knicks. Like, because the Knicks, they stopped him from challenging, those difficult shots. Now he gets less fouls, but Knicks wanted him to play a certain way.
But I think that's because it's due to his footwork hasn't improved. So they try to get him to the
Cowboy Bob. Let me just say this real quick. I'm telling both of y'all, it don't matter.
Yeah.
No,
it don't matter if the Knicks.
They're not going to pay us for that. They're not going to pay us.
If the Knicks don't want him to do it, or if he can't do it, it don't matter because it's not going to get done. Period. Right.
Yeah.
And so instead of paying your backup $14 million a year. Why not go draft a center? Why not slide Yves Missi in this spot and let Yves Missi do the same thing that Mitchell Robinson does on 1/7 of the money? Right? Have y'all not, as Knicks fans, have y'all not grown a disdain for watching salary on the bench just rot away? Remember the year we had $34 million on the bench and Donovan Mitchell was out here making 31 mil? The year we had Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose on the bench, neither one of them playing. $34 million just sitting on the bench. Donovan Mitchell out here making 31 million, and we're mad because we can't find a star. But the excuse was we're going to use those two dudes for trade filler, right? And then guess who the trade filler? Guess who we wound up getting for that trade filler? Bogdanovich, which is trade filler, right? Derrick Rose walked, and Evan Fournier. We basically swapped Evan Fournier's contract for Bogdanovich's contract. Basically, we kicked the can down the road.
Yeah.
Right. So instead of like when Knicks fans talk about the front office trading for a star, we can't trade for a star because we waste money on the bench. Right now, will Mitch play? Of course, Mitch will play. Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose didn't play, and we just had $34 million sitting on the bench. But what I'm saying is, why not go out and get Marvin Bagley for 2/3 of that money? Why not go get James Wiseman, a younger version of Mitch, for 2/3 of that money? You can get James Wiseman 3 years, $30 million. Pay him $10 million.
No, not even that. Not even
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, I mean not even like 5 million maybe.
Whatever the number is, whatever the number is, it's not $14 million a year.
No. Yeah.
And I'm not.
But I mean, those are like kind of unproven.
But wasn't Hartenstein unproven?
Yeah, but I mean,
Was it
Hartenstein
before Hartenstein? Wasn't Nerlens Noel unproven?
I mean, those are solid players. Those players, like you mentioned, they're known to make mistakes. That's why a Wiseman. He really hasn't gotten the shot that he needed, but they're kind of prone to mistakes.
Yeah, I think they were not coached up. I think James Wiseman was not coached up in Golden State. He wasn't a fit. And then they traded him to Detroit. And you saw what young player in Detroit has developed?
They haven't. And also with like Wiseman, they wanted him to be a 20 and 10. If you're not 20 and 10, they weren't going to be satisfied. You know what I mean? If he wasn't 20 and 10, they weren't.
I'm sorry. I think they drafted Wiseman because they wanted him to be Hartenstein. They wanted him to be Andrew Bogut.
Yeah.
Right. They wanted him to be what's the dude that used to always hurt wing players? Number 27, the dude they got from the Nets. Oh my gosh, he won number 27 for them. P something.
Is the
I'm gonna Google him. They want him to be jeez.
Yeah, I didn't like how they did him in Golden State. I just hit.
What's my man's name? Jaja Pachulia. That's his name.
Okay, yeah.
They wanted him to be Jaja Pachulia. Yeah, Justo, yeah. They wanted James Wiseman to be Jaja Pachulia, Andrew Bogut. Right? They never wanted and they never needed an athletic center. That doesn't fit their scheme. They need a guy that's going to screen well and pass the ball to open guys and rebound and protect the rim. And Wiseman is a reactionary athletic freak that see ball, get ball. right? They wanted Wiseman to be Yao Ming or Big Country, and James Wiseman is more Marcus Camby.
Mhm. Yeah. I wouldn't mind one of those guys. I mean, probably as a third, second or third, if you have a dependable starter. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say this. I would say this. I think we underestimate how good of a developmental coach Tom Thibodeau is with young veterans.
Mhm.
I think if Tom Thibodeau got his hands on James Wiseman, on Marvin Bagley, both, I think Tom Thibodeau turns one of them into a legit starting NBA center. Probably Wiseman more so than Bagley, right? Because Bagley, in theory, is not even a center. He's probably a power forward. He's got that DeAndre Ayton type feel to him, where he's an offensive hub that can score and get you buckets. And when he gets into a zone, he can grab you 15, 20 rebounds. But he's not just going to go out there and grab you 15 or 20 rebounds if he's not in his zone.
Mhm.
He's not even going to block shots at the rim. But when he gets it going, he can look like an all-star center once a month. Marvin Bagley can look like about once a month. Marvin Bagley can look like an all-star center.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's because for
No,
me, if you're saying,
but I
no, if
mean,
you're
Mitch
saying
only
once a
got 2
month,
years left, so I
but
think
still know that.
Mitch only, yeah. But Mitch only has 2 years left. I don't think it's too bad what he has. And salary's going down, so
Right.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, you know what? I would take advantage of that. I would capitalize on that you just mentioned. That would be my selling point to another team.
Yeah.
Right. That would be my selling point to say the Houston Rockets is, bro, he only got 2 years left and is descending. Right? Would you legit do Tari Eason and 2 first-round picks for Mitchell Robinson?
Nah, I don't think they do that. They got
I think
Adams.
I think they would absolutely.
They
got
got
Adams
though.
for that
Yeah.
purpose.
Absolutely do that. Yeah,
They traded Golden State traded Adams to Houston.
No, they didn't. They traded him to the Pelicans.
It was to the Pelicans? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he went to Houston, my fault. So if they need a backup, then yeah.
No, he'd be Houston's starter.
Mitchell Robinson?
Sengun?
No, I think they're looking at see, this is where things get difficult. Is Sengun a defensive rim protector in Ime Udoka's defensive scheme that features Fred VanVleet, Jabari Smith, and Dylan Brooks? Absolutely not. Right now, is Sengun an offensive hub? Right? Is he going to get you 20 and 10 in that Sabonis type of way? Absolutely. Absolutely. But no, when we talk defense, we can't even, don't play me like that. Talk about Sengun and defense in the same breath, bro. Come on, bro. I watch basketball.
Yeah. I mean, they make, they're kind of going back and forth about trading Sengun because when Sengun's on, he's on, but Green isn't on, and Green is on, Sengun isn't.
Right. And the thing is, what do you do with Jabari Smith? See, because the thing is, Jabari Smith is a power forward.
Mm-hmm.
But if you bring in a center and Sengun plays power forward, what do you do with Jabari Smith?
Yeah. I think between one of them, probably one of them is gone.
I think it's probably Jabari. It's probably Jabari. You know what I mean? Because you didn't pay Dylan Brooks all that money to come in and not be a starter. They paid him starters money.
Same thing with Fred VanVleet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
In
he
in a
can't.
in a perfect world, it would look like Van Vliet, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith, Sengun, and Mitchell Robinson,
Yeah.
right? In a perfect world, but all those dudes playing up, right? All those dudes playing up. Can Jabari Smith play the three for extended minutes? Nah, you don't want to put wear and tear on a big wing player like because Jabari is like what 6'10",
6'9", 16.
6'9", 6'10". Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're going hard after Mikal Bridges. They tried at the deadline and they're trying again. So
Even if they get Mikal Bridges, right?
Mhm.
If they get Mikal Bridges, that lets you know right there that one of those young players, two of them may be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're going after Mikal Bridges because of defense, right?
Yeah.
They're not going after him because of his offense.
Yeah.
Cowboy Baba, another sleeper place, Mitchell Robinson to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah,
That's one I wouldn't be surprised.
that actually helps them out with Triple J as well, because you can have him play the 4th spot when you want to go big.
Yeah,
with
because
Mitchell Robinson.
I don't think he want to play center.
Yeah,
No, he's not.
That's,
He's not a center.
that's what I'm saying. And you can have him. What I mean by rotating defenders, like he could be on the back screen. You know, once the defender gets beat, he rotates into position, and he'll be a lot more freely to do that, knowing that Mitchell's there to rebound, so he won't have to contest the rebound. He could just contest the shot. So you're gonna exploit a defensive player of the year to be more of a shot blocker.
Yeah, that's where he lives at.
Yeah, that can help them out. But then, what are we getting in return from Memphis?
They ain't got
Ja
much.
Morant. No, I'm just playing.
They ain't got much that they want to trade.
Yeah, like, and anything we do get, unless it's a ball handler, like I would do something like that, like a Tyus Jones. But then again, there's a Tyus Jones in the draft we can get, or there's ball handlers that we can get. So it's like I can see Mitchell working out for Memphis, but then what do we get for him?
I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna show you in a split second. Just give me.
Because I think that would help them, because moments, even though Mitchell Robinson is somewhat hurt, you can run 5-minute spreads, 3-minute spreads with him at the center position, Triple J just eating defensively. And that helps them with their rebounding, because on defense and offense. My neck, sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna show you in just a second. Where is it? Try to trade. It's successful, and this trade is gonna make you laugh. I'll tell you, this is gonna make you laugh. Mind you, I don't want to trade Mitch. Everybody, I don't want to trade Mitch. Again, I just want to reiterate that.
Yeah, that's when that
Luke
Bleacher
Kennard.
Report. That was that Bleacher Report. Was it a couple days ago?
Yeah.
Luke Kennard.
It was Kennard and 9.
Yep. That's number 9 is right there under Luke Kennard's name.
Yeah, Kennard and 9 was the Bleacher Report proposal.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Because Kennard is basically, for me, I think he's a healthier Bogues that can shoot the 3 ball a lot better.
And he's an underrated defender too, by the way.
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to say that can help us out, because he could actually back up. He'll be great for the backup small forward position, especially him coming off helping out the offense.
Shooting guard, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be perfect for that. Take him off the bench, shooting guard, help us out with our offense is struggling.
I'm gonna make you laugh, bro. Who's a better shooter, Luke Kennard or Dante DiVincenzo?
I'm gonna go Dante. Dante amazed the hell out of me. I know it's Luke as far as longevity and his percentages. Luka to me is a better pure shooter, but for me, Dante. I'm going Dante.
I think Dante's more impressive.
Yeah.
Dante does more than shoot. Dante, he's capable of more. And I think he even has more he can do.
But Luke Kennard also gives you defense, just like Dante too, though. So that's the thing. It's just for me.
I think they're the same player, except Luke Kennard is better. I think Luke Kennard is a better shooter, better defender than Dante. Dante, though, brings the intangible stuff. Dante brings the intangible stuff like the chemistry with Jalen Brunson. He has the mental makeup to thrive in New York. But man, the Knicks getting 3 picks in this draft.
I'd do that.
Cowboy Bob, you know what that means, right? And Fritz, I know you don't believe in doing trades and all that stuff, right?
Rebuild.
But if they did this trade, right? And then go into the draft. Think about them going into the draft with 9, 24, 25, 38, and then these 2 Memphis second round picks. Do you think they can trade up in the draft and get a rookie?
Yeah. I mean, there's a
You
lot
think
of people
they can trade up in the draft? Use this to trade up in the draft and get a Stephon Castle?
Yeah. If Castle don't go as some people are talking as high as 3, but I mean, they can definitely get somebody who definitely could play day one.
Right,
can definitely get someone who can play one.
I've seen Stephon Castle mocked at 8. Right, he's been mocked at 5.
And
in this trade, if you get Luke Kennard, right, and this, I think you could take this entire package that you got for Mitch, right, Luke Kennard, that first number 9, those 2 seconds, and I think you can move up probably to Detroit. Wouldn't do it because they already had Luke Kennard, right? But you could probably trade up to that 6th spot.
Yeah.
You may be able to trade up as high as the 3 spot. Wiz, what's good, bro?
Greetings. First, I just want to say real quick.
I thought you were going to say Tupac. First of all, if that click you claim, I thought that's where you was going. That's not where you going?
No, not quite. What of the last 3 trades the Knicks have made, which one have the Knicks come out getting more than they gave? Or have they both of them been given more than we gave more than we got back? Even though OG's performance was legendary. We always overpay for our trades. So every time you mention, oh yeah, this guy has 2 first-round picks. Nah, man, we're paying for the trades. We got a mixed price, a penalty. So I would just say I like your proposals, but taking away a pick or 2 here or there that we're gonna get back because we just don't get those kind of deals.
Yeah, Wiz.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's sleeping a little bit on this though, Wiz. May I offer you a Bronx, New York perspective?
Okay. I'd rather Brooklyn, but okay, go ahead, the Bronx.
Bro, listen, I already know in Brooklyn, Crown Heights. Listen, I know you went to Tilden and all this stuff, but let me offer you a Brooklyn Tech perspective. Can I do that?
Okay, Brooklyn Tech. There we go. Now we're talking.
All right. So here's the thing. If you can't love the one you want, love the one you with. Right? You ever heard that before?
I've heard that before.
All right. So if Houston can't get Mikal Bridges with what they're offering, right? Why not include a team like this, like the Knicks, that has gotten the assets in a Mitch trade and help facilitate either that Mikal Bridges trade to Houston, where the Knicks can now get those Houston assets, the aforementioned Houston assets, and Brooklyn, Houston gets Mikal Bridges in return, right? Why not just do that part of it? Why not just work with another front office so that everybody gets what they want?
Okay, I mean, I think that's
Do
the
you
only way we're going to
have
get a
to
good trade.
do you have to win? Right? Do you have to win? Do I have to brag? Oh my God, we washed the Houston Rockets front office, or can we just say, hey, listen, everybody involved got what they wanted?
Well, that's where I want to go. That's what I want. I'd rather that. But the last trade we just made looks like we gave up Fournier, Grimes. What's my point guard from Toronto? And I mean for basically Bogey and a month of Burks.
That was a good trade.
Say it
That
one
was a
more
good
time.
trade.
Sorry.
Fournier, Grimes, my man from Toronto, little point guard.
You know that's a movie, Man from Toronto. You know that's a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
for Burks for a month and
Malachi
Bogey.
Flynn.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Flynn and Ryan Archidiakono.
Right. I think that's a lot. I think we overpaid. And I just want to I want to trade where we don't overpay too much. Just almost even. I wouldn't mind it almost even, like you said. Everybody is satisfied. I'm not trying to win the trade. I'm trying to just make it like it doesn't look like we overpaid. I feel like we overpaid in that trade.
It was a good trade. We got a legit 20-point scorer.
Yep.
And then you got also a player for the month before he was trading was averaging 20.
Yeah, Burks.
Okay,
so
we're holding out Fournier for a big pick, and we held back Grimes from getting Donovan Mitchell.
It was necessary because the Knicks needed a salary that fell off. They needed Burks because they needed a salary that would fall off this summer.
No. Okay, sorry. Let me stop again. If you look at it from the point of view of the trade itself, we're looking at the history of why we still had Fournier for 2 years, collecting money and dust and saying, we are saving him for, if that wasn't the message, if the message about Grimes was untouchable, Donovan Mitchell, no, man. Grimes is untouchable.
Oh, my God. I almost vomited in my lap, Cowboy Bob.
I was going to say, I thought we were talking about Mitchell
Grimes is untouchable, then you trade him for Alec Burks.
That's what I'm saying.
Grimes was untouchable. They weren't giving Grimes in addition to, they weren't going to give them all the young people.
No.
That was the problem.
And all those draft picks. That's what
they're like. Okay, you're either getting young people or you're getting draft picks. You're not going to strip us for everything.
But you're not going to get everything.
Yeah.
It felt like Grimes was untouchable. It felt like Fournier was being saved for a big blockbuster trade. And then all of a sudden I got Bogey.
Well, you basically got the same thing you had in Fournier because
exactly.
the whole
we flip Bogey and Fournier is a flip then. Okay, let's call that the flip.
Yeah, but you got a 20-point scorer for a guy who couldn't get off the bench.
So we gave Grimes back from Toronto for Burks.
Yeah,
that wasn't worth it for me. That wasn't worth it for me. When Grimes being held on so many other drafts.
I mean, but Grimes wasn't happy.
I know.
If Grimes was happy, he would still be here.
I'm not saying the reason why they should have made a trade because he wasn't happy. I'm not saying the reason. The premise was right. I'm not saying all of this was right or wrong, or the trade wasn't necessarily. I felt that we could have gotten more for Grimes at a different point in time. We could have gotten more.
The Knicks could have gotten. Okay, but with the Knicks trade, do you think that we can get more?
No, but the thing about the Knicks, like they had to put in the Knicks played a PR game right. They don't screw players over. That's one thing that Leon plays nice. So if he's gonna get you off the team, he ain't gonna put you in a bad situation. He put him in a good situation. He put him in a place.
That's nice. That's all nice.
That pressure wasn't there, and he could earn to his next contract.
But where do we win other than being looking like a nice PR management move?
Yeah,
where do we
did the same thing with Obi.
That? Exactly. We did again.
We did the same thing with Obi.
We look like nice guys. I don't want to be nice guy. New York. In New York, give me the nice guy. Get me value for value.
I don't want to. I think the Knicks didn't want to screw Grimes over. and they put him in a place. We got what we wanted.
You think we couldn't have
we
gotten
got
more?
a
and put him in
20-point
place
score.
another
We got a
place?
legit weapon for the playoffs.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I object to that. I still think we lost in that deal and Obi deal.
Oh, I think you're kind of.
But we won. We won PR. We lost in value.
So what about this Mitchell trade that you don't like then?
No.
Okay,
I'm saying that what I like all the trades, but I look like we're asking for too much for what our history is.
I
Our
can hear you
history
for
is not to get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our history is that we don't get 2 first rounds and a nice replacement center for him. We get a nice replacement center for him, and maybe a couple second rounders. That's our history. Our history is we don't get the equal value or even more than what he's worth.
Okay, so with these trades that we just put up, us getting from the Grizzlies, Leonard Kennard and the 3 draft picks, you think that's good enough for Mitchell Robinson?
I think it's too much.
I
think it's Kennard and 2 draft picks maybe.
But
wait. Wiz, let's establish. Wiz, let's establish the true value, right? So, what's the difference between 2 draft picks is what?
I was gonna say location.
The value of first round draft picks for a team?
No, you said
I think that's a
that's
lot.
too much.
For Mitch.
You said that's too. According to who?
Ideally, I would have done 1 first rounder. I could expect 1 first with his front office because they don't seem aggressive enough to actually demand. They're not Danny Ainge. They're not demanding. They're not going to be demanding more, or what appears to be more than what the player's value is. He's injury prone. He's currently injured again for the second time in the past 2 months, and he's lacking offensively. Although he will bring you some rebounds and defensive rim protection, I don't think that's worth 3 first round draft picks.
Nobody said 3 first round picks, bro.
It's 1 and 2 second round.
First round pick, man.
It's
1 first round and 2 second round picks.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 second and 1 first. I'll drop either 2 second or 1 first, and I expect that to be the deal that they're gonna make.
Nah, but Wiz, the thing is the 2 second round picks are not equal to the number 9 pick. That's why I asked you about value. Right. The value of the number 9 pick is way more than those 2 second round picks in a draft that people think is a weak draft.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So the first round pick I think is where we go a little too high. It was a late first, maybe, but not a top 10.
Wiz, in this draft, what player at 9 is going to be better than Mitchell Robinson?
Well, it's not the player; it's the player plus the trade piece.
Then Kennard, right? So
the player, I think would be better than Mitch.
So do the accumulation. So Brooklyn Tech, do the accumulation. What player in this draft plus Luke Kennard is better than Mitchell Robinson or more valuable than Mitchell Robinson?
Every lottery pick.
No.
Pick him randomly. Pick him and I'll name.
No.
Okay, who do you want 24? Who do you want to get to 24? Who do you want? The kid you love at 24. Who do you love? What's his name?
Ryan Dunn.
So Ryan Dunn and Kennard combined better than Mitch.
No.
Okay.
No, and we're talking about the number 9 pick
I know, but that's how bad I'm saying. Dunn is 24. I think Dunn and Kennard is better than Mitch. So definitely anybody top 23 is better, even more so than Mitch.
No,
that's not much.
No,
I do think Dunn.
Wait, Wiz. Before you speak to that point, how much research have you done on this draft?
Not a lot. I just know 4 guys. I know 4 guys who I really like.
Okay.
And 4 guys who I really like combined with Kennard, I think are better than Mitch. So
hey, Fritz, how much research have you done on this draft?
I've done a lot. I've done a lot.
I've done enough to look at the top.
A decent amount on the top. Yeah.
I forgot about the top 15. I didn't look at lottery picks. I look at guys who are like to be 15 to 30, right, for our picks.
But at 9,
and so knowing
somebody's gonna slip.
Right, somebody's slip.
Right. What I'm saying to you is Reed Shepherd and Luke Kennard are not more valuable than Mitchell Robinson on his contract and his veteran potential for a team that wants to get back to the playoffs.
Okay. I think we have to agree to disagree on that one because I personally, maybe I'm not a Mitch.
I think
you love Mitch. That's what it is. You love Mitch. I don't love Mitch.
No, I think we're making up stuff right now, right? Because Luke Kennard for them is a bench player.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Kennard is not going to start over Desmond Bane. You gotta chill out, bro.
He may start over Dante.
Just because a guy has a jersey doesn't mean he's a great player.
But Mitch is a starter for them?
Yes, absolutely. Day one.
Ooh. Wow.
Right. And they do that so that they can protect Jaren Jackson Jr. so that he can be their OG Anunoby type of a Matrix Neo type defender all over the floor, switching, guarding everything at the same time they get rim protection.
Okay, so what's your trade on is their weakness, not the value of the player necessarily. Is that they have holes that you're helping them fill with Mitch. That's why Mitch's value goes up on that team. Not that Mitch, in my opinion, is really worth the first and 2 seconds and Kennard. That's what I'm looking at. I'm thinking. I mean, maybe I'm going too far with that.
Yeah. I think you're going too far with the Luke Kennard thing, bro. Luke Kennard is probably a bogey type value.
Wow. Okay, so I'm corrected then. I guess I think too much of Kennard and too little of Mitch. That's my problem.
There's not too many like serious defenders, rebounders in the league. There's not that many.
I think Mitch is a liability, man. I'm sorry. I think Mitch is a liability. Unfortunately. I think he's a value, but he's a liability on the Knicks right now. Unfortunately.
So who would you replace him with?
No, that's what I'm saying. I do Kennard and done. That's how I literally believe that Mitch is a liability on the team. And a healthy backup center is more valuable than Mitch is right now. A healthy backup
So who is that backup center?
But Wiz, if you say that, then why would you turn down the trade for Luke Kennard, who's a role player?
No, I'm not turning down the trade. I'm saying that I don't expect them to get as much as what you're saying they should get. I'll take the trade. I think the trade is an overpay for us, and I think it's a great trade that I'd do the heartbeat. That's something they would give us.
But Wiz, what we're trying to tell you is it's not an overpay by them. It's an overpay by us.
I understand, but again, based on our history of giving away players almost for, a hard for nothing, and for a rental, 1 month rental, or for a second round pick like Obi, I think that I don't expect us to all of a sudden change and having to get a first round, 2 second rounds, and Kennard. I think we're going to be doing what we've done. I think our history speaks for itself. We're going to get 2 second rounders and Kennard, and think, okay, it's a wash.
I don't want to trade Mitch. I don't want to trade Mitch, right? I just want to state that again for the record.
Right.
I don't want to trade Mitch.
Yeah.
Right. But if you told me we could trade Mitch for Luke Kennard, Reed Shepherd, and 2 nondescript second round picks that may not even play, to me, it sounds like us giving up Mitchell Robinson is too much.
Wow.
It sounds like the Knicks need more. Do you know who Reed Shepherd is?
Yeah. So again, you value Mitch more than I do. I think Mitch is a liability in our team. I think he helps us in a few, 20 regular season games a year. I think that's what Mitch's value is. 20 regular season games a year. Mitch is going to be amazing and help us. The other 6 to 2, he may hurt us. Definitely foul shooting. Definitely lack of offense. I just think that his injury is going to be unavailable. Boom. Those 3 things are going to be 20 games of some. Oh man, that was some terrible foul shooting there, Mitch, and you didn't really come back with 20 rebounds either. Oh damn, Mitch, you're hurt for 20 plus games.
Do you remember how Mitch started the season?
That's what I'm saying. Those are the 20 games.
The season, he was shutting teams down.
And this season showed me 20 games. Mitch gave us everything we wanted and more. The other 6 to 2, nothing. Yes, injury was a part of it. Yes, coming to come back from injuries a part of it. Yes, getting Embiid grabbing your ankles a part of it. But missing
Pause.
30% free throw shooting is a big part of it. No offensive output whatsoever is a part of it. I'm just saying that he's super valuable. He's a defensive player of the year, sixth man of the year.
I think
20
we got to
games a
relax
year.
on the defensive player of the year thing. I think we got to relax, bro.
Oh no, I'm giving 20 games a year. 20 games a year, he's that.
Nah, he's not. This dude is not. He's not Rudy Gobert, bro.
Okay.
The deep analytics guy. We look at the analytics for the past 2 seasons, right? And Isaiah Hartenstein, in the deep dive analytics, Isaiah Hartenstein is a better defender than Mitch, based on the deep dive analytics. Now, based on the eye test, Mitchell Robinson is better, right? Because Mitch is more of an intimidator at the rim, which you can't quantify. Right. You can't quantify that with data. You have to go by the eye test. Right. It's like when people say Josh Hart is a good defender. Josh Hart is not a good defender. Josh Hart is slightly above average defender that is willing to defend any player at any position. Josh Hart will guard 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. Right. And for those that don't remember that, Josh Hart guarded Bam Adebayo last year in game 5 and 6. He told Obi, he switched off Obi when Obi was supposed to guard him. Josh Hart told Obi to go guard Caleb Martin so Josh Hart could guard Bam Adebayo. Right? You saw Josh Hart legit this year switch on to Joel Embiid, and Tibbs had a meltdown, and Josh Hart left and went to Tobias Harris, which is still too big for Josh Hart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I understand. So to a certain extent, you argue my point for me.
I'm just explaining the eye test portion of it.
Right. So eye test, you're right. Mitch is better. I mean, analytics, Mitch is worse, right?
No, we wouldn't say worse than Hartenstein,
but because
Mitch is still great. Mitch is great, but I think what it is the center that Tom Thibodeau puts out there when asked to do a certain thing. The Tom Thibodeau center is going to be an analytics darling because Tom Thibodeau asked them to do a certain thing that fits their skill set. Right? Like we were having the same conversation, whether y'all want to admit it or not, but we were having the same conversation 3 years ago about Nerlens Noel.
Facts, exactly. And now where's Noel's? Where's Nerlens?
In New Orleans. Nerlens in New Orleans, I guess that's where he is.
I don't know.
But
New Orleans.
But let me say to me, I want to offer this to Coach. So Coach, I want to offer this to you because I saw your comment. I think it's a very, very good comment. What I would say is, Coach said, I'd rather trade iHeart and picks to OKC for the 12th pick. What I would tell you is that Oklahoma City would trade you Josh Giddey in the 12th pick for Hartenstein right now.
Yep. I'll take that.
They would not only would they trade you the 12th pick for Hartenstein, they would give you Hartenstein and Josh Giddey. Because they're on a cusp. They are going to have to pay Josh Giddey his rookie extension right now, right? Josh Giddey was in that was it the Cade Cunningham class? He was in the Cade Cunningham class, right?
Same class.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So he's coming up on being ready to get his extension. And what I would tell you is that big primary ball handling guy that you can add to the primary ball handling group plus the number 12 pick, which would probably be Fritz. Who do you have at 12 in your mock draft?
I didn't do a mock.
I'll get Kyle Filipowski from Duke, the 7-footer from Duke.
Right.
Oh, Filipowski. Yep.
Yeah, the guy, the 7-footer that can shoot the three a little bit. He'll remind you of who would he remind you of?
I just can't stand Duke players, man.
Shannon Fry, maybe.
Zach Collins. Zach Collins out of Gonzaga.
Yeah, Zach Collins, maybe. Yeah,
Zach Collins is true.
If you like Zach Collins out of Gonzaga, then you'll probably like Kyle Filipowski. And I know a lot of us don't like Zach Collins now because of what he developed to in Portland, but we're talking about when he was actually coming out of Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I just don't like Duke players, man. I don't like Duke. That's all.
I'd take that trade. I'd take that trade with what Coach said because you get the ball handler you need with height. You could also get a guy who could also help you as far as transition. And I'm not saying he has great defense, but with that height, I'd rather have him in the guard position than trying to have Josh Hart, like trying to keep up with a power forward.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately they can't do it, but
Yeah. And then also with him coming off the bench with Giddey, like that'll help us out so much with the 12th pick.
Wait. Did you just say Josh Giddey's coming off the bench?
No, I
Wow.
said with Josh Giddey and the 12th pick, we can have something off the bench. Like we can have a serious.
You think Josh Giddey's coming off the bench?
No, not Josh Giddey, the 12th pick. I'm talking about bringing him in, incorporating him in from the bench. Because if you're trading Hartenstein, Mitchell's probably going to be starting, right?
No.
No, that's with the trade that Coach is talking about. That's what I'm saying. Coach said that I would rather have trade Hartenstein and the pick for the 12th pick. I'm saying if we get Giddey with that 12th pick, we have Mitch Robinson starting and the 12th pick being the backup with Giddey who could help us. That's perfect.
yeah, OKC is gonna trade Giddey, but we can't. It's far fetched that we can trade Hartenstein because basically you're saying Hartenstein's gonna take the $72 million,
Right.
but he can just go somewhere else and just get it.
Yeah,
and just get. OKC could just give him 17. OKC could actually just give him 20 if they wanted to, and don't have to give up anything.
Yeah, but they are more further. I think they're further along than we are as far as championship.
Oh yeah,
At least in the West,
Mm.
because his role wouldn't be like what he's going to do here compared to what he would be doing here. He would be the main guy here, but there he wouldn't be. He'd be a backup that just has to focus on his defense and his rebound, and he'll probably give them more because he's coming off the bench for OKC.
Yeah. Now, OKC, I think they pay more than we would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about for Hartenstein?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why I said I'd get Giddey and be happy with that and the 12th pick because we can replace the 12th pick and have a ball handler. Like I like that.
And you can draft at you're trading Mitchell Robinson. Isaiah Hartenstein for Josh Giddey and Zach Collins. In theory, would you be satisfied with that, Cowboy Bob?
Yeah, that's perfect. We got a good backup in Zach Collins from Arizona, and then we also have a point guard who can pass to where Brunson.
Zach Collins from Gonzaga, my
fault. And then you have a guy who will actually like Giddey is good with the ball, and Brunson being off ball. That oh my God, imagine seeing Brunson off ball. What? We can actually set up a good mix up with Brunson getting better shots and being more efficient.
Yeah.
And the pick and roll with them two. Come on, you can have Giddey set him up with the screens because he does it for Shea now. So you'll get that as well. You won't just get the ball handling. Actually, I think it'll be like Tyler Kolek, but it'll just be a guy who's been in the league. I think he'll be a Tyler Kolek, but maybe not as much as shooting, but he'll be able to pass, create for Brunson, get him off ball. Perfect.
Yeah, I think the Knicks could probably get Giddey for 24 and 25. They just can't trade. Hartenstein. It's just not. But 24 and 25, they might do it.
I like it. I like it a lot because that, like I said, because then now we can focus on the draft and what we really need.
But Giddey can't. Giddey is not a good shooter.
No, I know. That's why I said as opposed to Tyler Kolek, the guy from Marquette.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tyler Kolek, but as far as ball handling, I think that him and Giddey are on the same path, and we won't need time to develop to where Tyler needs to get accustomed to the league. We got a guy right now who can give us the ball facilitating for 2-3 years instead of Tyler taking a year or two.
Yeah. Tyler who? I'm sorry, Tyler Kolek?
Tyler Kolek from Marquette.
Yeah, I think he's too little. He's Deuce McBride, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
He's 6'1".
Exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Deuce McBride with a better shot and a better passer.
Yeah, and if you get Tyler Kolek, you're gonna wait 2 years for him to develop into Deuce McBride.
I think he's 20. He's almost
22.
24.
Yeah,
he's
almost 24.
And then I'm talking about
he's a
2
fifth
years
year
under,
senior. I think a fifth year or something like that.
but I'm talking about 2 years under Tom Thibodeau. I'm not saying that he can't play right now. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is under Tibbs, he's probably gonna go with Deuce, Burks, and Brunson as the primary ball handlers. You know what I'm saying? And then Tyler's gonna have to work his way up the depth chart.
Yeah. But when you get Giddey, you ain't even gotta ask that question.
Yeah, I think the Knicks could have, if they gave up 24, 25, I think they could probably trade for Giddey.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be the prudent thing to do though.
No,
Right,
and plus Giddey's 1 year away from getting paid, so that's another extension you gotta worry about.
Right. So that's my thing. So, but the extension won't kick in until after next season, right? So he'll still be on his rookie top 10 contract.
Yeah.
Right.
But you have Brunson's extension. You got
all of them are kicking
Randle's
after next
extension.
Season,
yeah,
all
it might be too many at the same. It might be too much. Too much money coming in. Too much money. Too much money promised. That's the only issue.
Dang, that was loud. Nah, but like I said, there's a lot of things we can do. I just like the fact that we get a ball handler for 2 years to where if we don't even, we could draft a Ryan Dunn. We can draft I like Harrison Ingram. Like that's another guy. Like if we could get a guy like Giddey, we can get a Harrison Ingram and a Dunn and Aaron Bradshaw. Have those 3 guys with the picks as well as the ninth pick. I mean, not the ninth pick, the 12th pick. Wow. And then now you could even, instead of the 2 years with one player, you got a year or 2 with the whole team being on the same page.
May I point out one thing that you guys were talking, and thank you, Wiz, too, for stirring the pot, right? The one thing that I think is overlooked in the conversation is that every scenario that y'all mentioned provided the Knicks with roster flexibility. And is that not what this front office thrives on? Like having the roster flexibility to be one move away from making another move, even though they improve the roster. I think their moves are improve the roster and still have flexibility at the same time.
Yeah.
Although I'm still a little reticent about the fact that we have no true backup power forward.
But we can run small. You've seen that this year.
Wiz, teams in the NBA now, teams in the NBA don't run a rotation of 4 bigs no more. That's 1980s 1990s basketball.
Yeah.
Okay, how about small forward?
You can have a OG.
Right. What about Bogey and Burks? They don't do it for you?
Yeah.
No, they don't. I'm sorry. I've written them both off in my mind. Those are guys are.
So
again,
you want wholesale changes?
Those two guys. I'm sorry. I need those guys replaced.
Would you trade Deuce McBride for Denny Avdija then?
Now, where's my backup point?
Alec Burks.
Oh, no. Oh, you're killing me, Freezy. I'm having PTSD.
Hey, Fritz, did Alec Burks not look great in the playoffs after Tiz took him out of the mothballs?
You know what?
It looked okay.
I'm sorry.
It looked okay. I wouldn't rely on it. 15, even Dante can play point on occasion, so.
He averaged 15 and a half points a game, bro, off the bench. He came, and remember, he wasn't playing at all. He came right in and averaged 15 and a half points a game.
And you know what? During the 50 games 2021 season, he had 4 games like that as well. Then he had 4 to 6 like his normal self.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are fine. I think they're fine. I think Dante's shown that he can do a few minutes.
Yes.
At point guard.
Deuce will grow. And even Josh can do a little
just
bit.
If you bring a rookie in who could just spot a few minutes.
I don't think that's going to work because we've seen our offense stifle with the whole dribble that Brunson does. And we don't even have guys on the court that could give him proper screens to help out Brunson. So
right, they can't, but Cowboy Bob, they can't do it because when Jalen Brunson dribble, nobody knows where to go. When an ISO player is ISOing, nobody knows where to screen or cut or replace. or relocate or any of that stuff, because you don't know what an ISO player is going to do, right? In a situation where somebody is ISO and dribble, the best thing to do is stand still. So if that ISO player has to do a bailout pass, he'll know where you are, right? It's the reason why Allen Iverson never won a championship. It's the reason why Carmelo Anthony never won a championship. It's because those guys, when they get into ISO mode, right? When they get into ISO mode, as a help for that guy, you have to be in a place where if that guy needs to bail out pass, you're in that spot. And you saw it. You saw when Jalen Brunson ISO'd against Miami. Remember he ISO'd to end our season last year? When he ISO'd against Miami and got trapped, Quentin Grimes was in that deep other corner. RJ Barrett was on the perimeter. Julius Randle was in the paint. Josh Hart was out there on the perimeter, and Brunson looked at him and didn't pass it to him. Right? No shade on Jalen Brunson because he's an excellent scorer, right? So no shade on Brunson. I'm just saying when guys dribble, it's hard relocating. It's just difficult to play with.
True. I think we need help with ball handling. That's all I was trying to say. We can't even help Brunson out. I know he's an ISO player, but we still need an extra ball handler. McBride got shut down at times. He couldn't even bring up the ball past half court.
Right.
To be honest, the most consecutive person has been Josh Hart because they already know when Josh Hart gets past the half court, he's going to pass it up. So Josh Hart can help out, but then it's like if you look at anyone else, Dante with ball handling, they trapped him at times because when Brunson's coming around and try to give him an open pass, they're cut off the lane. So because of not just the height deficiencies, I think we do need more than just another ball handler. We need an actual facilitator.
Josh Giddey.
And the only reason why I say Giddey is because he's playing with a guy like Shea. He played 2 years with Shea where he was 1 year the ball handler, the primary ball handler, and then the next year he was off ball. So he can help us out for a 2-year period to where we can figure out something till we get a better ball handler. That's the only reason why I like Giddey.
Just real quick before I get out of here, man, because I got to do lunch options and do some stuff this afternoon. I want to ask Fritz his dream off season scenario. Y'all just give Fritz a few seconds, right? Don't cut him off. Don't cut him off. Just give him a minute to expound on his dream off-season scenario. What's your dream off-season scenario, bro?
Okay, it just comes down to choices. Extend Brunson. Find out if Julius.
How much are you extending Brunson?
For the max he can this summer if he's willing to sign it. That if he's willing to sign that extension early, absolutely do it. You find
39 mil a year.
Yeah, 39 mil a year. You see if Julius Randle, are you going to sign this summer as well? If Julius Randle,
39 mil a year for Randle also.
Okay, if he wants to sign it, he'll sign it. If he doesn't want to sign it, I'm trading him.
That's it. That's your dream offseason.
I'm trading him. I'm trading him for someone younger.
Who? Wait. Randle?
I'm trading Randle for someone younger.
So you're not. You lost me. Do you want him to sign his extension or no?
I don't think he will. So I'm trading him. I don't think he will. But
you don't think he's going to sign his extension?
No. He sacrificed. Wow. He already sacrificed last time for 12 mil. Are you going to ask him? This is his last big payday. You think he's going to sacrifice again?
He just got a big sneaker.
No, I think he just muddy. I think he just made a milkshake, bro. You mixed up a whole bunch of stuff. What I want to do is clarify. Okay. What if Randle does sign the extension?
Okay, then we're good. We're rolling. We're rolling with.
What if he signs the extension for 39 mil? You're okay if he signs the extension.
I'm okay. Yeah, you're on board. Yep.
Okay. All right. All right. So what about OG Anunoby? What are you gonna do with OG Anunoby? Do you want him to opt out of his player option and hit free agency, or would you offer him? Would you tell him, hey, bro, if you pick up your team option this year, we'll offer you 45 mil the 4 years after that? Would you do that?
Not 45, but As long as we average like 35, as long as we average like 35, 36 million, that's probably the upper.
Yo, we're gonna be watching the 76ers press conference with OG Anunoby holding up that jersey, bro. And we're gonna be so mad, bro. We're gonna be so mad. He got it. Fritz, it's all Fritz Alcindor's fault.
Fritz, is it because you see someone in the draft?
Could we work together? Could we work together and find sign and trade?
Frizz, is that because you see someone in the draft?
What does Philly have to trade you, bro?
I mean, but does it have to be Philly?
No, I just said Philly, just off of because Philly's got the cabinet. Philly is okay. So okay. Here's everybody. So the update is from everything that I see, right? Mm-hmm. These are the suitors, and I'm gonna have people on the show to back up what I'm saying, right? The number one suitor for Philly for OG Anunoby is Philadelphia, and they have.
I think they're faking, but yeah, I think they just.
And they have $62 million in cap space, right? Mm-hmm. They have $62 million in cap space, right? They can offer OG Anunoby his max, which will probably be $39 million, right? Because he's not for as good as defender as he is, he's not an all NBA defender. I think he's all NBA one time, right? He's not an all-star, right? Yeah. So his max will be in that Zion range of $39 million, right? Right. Now for Hartenstein, Oklahoma City don't even care to work with us, right? They don't have to. They could just sign Hartenstein outright. They could just offer that man $22 million and watch the Knicks be lemon drops because the Knicks won't match that. $22 million. But $22 million is going to be about the going rate for an average NBA center this offseason, right? Because the competition is in a very, very competitive center market. His only competition is Nick Claxton.
Yeah.
Valanciunas will be there, but Valanciunas is a 30-year-old big with certain weaknesses that stand out. Hartenstein and Claxton are just about the same age. Just about in that same range, 24, 25, 26, somewhere in that range, right? So you could legit get 5 good years out of both of those centers, right? And if you're Oklahoma City, and watch how you got thumped in the playoffs because you were one big man away and you missed out on the Daniel Gafford trade. Remember, they missed out on the Daniel Gafford trade to Dallas because they were cheap. Right. And now the team that did get Daniel Gafford, guess where they're playing? Guess where they're at? In the NBA Finals. Right. So now do you miss out on Hartenstein? Right? Yeah. Do you overpay Hartenstein? Or and take your trip to the NBA Finals? Or do you let the Knicks re-sign Hartenstein for $15.5 million a year and watch the Knicks go to the finals? You know what I'm saying? Or do you just overpay like you did for like legit at the trade deadline? They overpaid for Gordon Hayward. They paid that $30 million for Gordon Hayward. They paid it, bro. They ate that money. And Gordon Hayward gave them diddly poo.
He's upset about it, but yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, if you're these free agent teams, and listen, and here's a sleeper team that y'all are sleeping on, bro. The Pistons want to win right now. They're tired of being in the lottery, bro.
Yeah.
When I talk to King and Deuce, y'all check out. I'm gonna do a show with him here coming up probably in the next week or so, right? Where he'll talk to you guys about true value around the league, like. We're thinking that Mitchell Robinson will only go for a bacon, egg, and cheese. There are teams around the league that will legit give up a young player and a draft pick for Mitch right now. Won't even bat an eye.
Yeah,
right.
Mitch is not too many. There's not too many like premier defensive players in the league. There's a lot of 7-footers, but
and think about this. And here's the other thing too, Fritz. Like think these teams had firsthand experience about how Mitchell Robinson absolutely bossed their young big men, right? If you think Mitch is good, think about how he got there. He got there by doing this against those teams, and they watched firsthand as Mitchell Robinson had 17 rebounds, but 11 of them were offensive rebounds. Right? Mitch out here 11 offensive rebounds and 6 defensive rebounds, right? Right? And then if you offer Mitch to them, you think they didn't see that, bro? Of course they saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they saw it, right? If you're Memphis, you don't remember Mitch absolutely getting every rebound. Everybody out there on the floor look like midgets around Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
And then say when it comes time to offer Mitch in a trade, they're gonna be like, nah, we good. We're gonna go back with this 6'8" center we had out there that Mitchell Robinson was absolutely pushing around. That's gonna be the future of the center position for us. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. The same thing with Hartenstein and OKC. Y'all don't remember what Hartenstein did against OKC, where Shea had to hit that. Shea had to hit a game winner over our shortest. Cowboy Bob, who was our defensive stopper when we put on SGA?
McBride.
He hit the game winner over Deuce, right?
Yep. Last time I checked.
Y'all think they don't? You think OKC didn't take that personally? How we were just out there bullying them or pushing them around all over the place, up and down the floor? Y'all don't remember with the kid Jalen Williams pushed Deuce McBride in the face and then dunked on him? Y'all don't think they remember that? Yeah, they remember that. About how physical we were. Right? And to say that they won't overpay for Hartenstein, bro, y'all not watching. Y'all got to watch other teams' channels too, bro. Y'all got to start doing some research, man. Y'all got to start looking at, bro, not being aware is not an excuse. You got to be aware of your surroundings. In Oklahoma City, Detroit, Philly, Brooklyn. Bro, you think Brooklyn won't pay for Isaiah Hartenstein if they lose Nick Claxton? If Nick Claxton signs with Memphis, you think Brooklyn ain't coming out there running out the gate to sign Hartenstein?
Brooklyn will relish it because it takes something for the Knicks as well.
Yeah.
He local still too, so he ain't losing nothing. Hartenstein ain't losing nothing.
Yeah.
He's still playing New York taxes.
Yeah, and Wiz out here from Canarsie, Wiz out here from Coney Island thinking Mitchell Robinson don't have no value. Shout out to Canarsie, by the way. Shout out to Bushwick. Right. Shout out to Fort Greene. Shout out to East Flatbush. I think Fritz Alcindor is in Williamsburg. Shout out to Williamsburg.
Fort Greene.
I was born in Brooklyn, but I live in Connecticut. But
okay.
Yo,
Hartford.
I was hearing what Fritz was saying about what he wanted to do. I would not give my boy, geez, I just drew a blank on my boy Randle a max. Randle's getting 30 max a year. If I extend him at all, if I offer extension at all.
So you're trading him?
No. Oh yeah, well in that case, yeah, I have to trade him then if he doesn't want to take it.
Yeah, because if he waits a year, he could get he can go for that. He can go for that 50, 60. So I mean, if they can't get him this summer and he doesn't sign, like you're gonna have to trade him.
It's play option next year for him. Is it play option?
For who?
Randle.
Right, it's play option next year, right? So we play. I think Randle will be okay with not even getting offered the extension and just play through because of the injury. He's probably a little humbled and be like, okay, I'm going to show you guys I'm worth it, and then negotiate by November if the deadline or
Wiz, how did you get to
wait till the end of the season? We just pay him.
Wiz, how do you get to that conclusion though?
I'm saying.
How did you get to that conclusion?
What do you say?
How did you get to that conclusion?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
You said you think Randle would be okay playing out the string, and I'm asking you, how did you get to that conclusion?
I'm gonna move forward because I think I've been hearing you guys broken up for a little bit.
I can't.
I heard Bob.
I'm
Cowboy Bob,
asking you, how did you get to your conclusion?
Can you hear
must
Unc?
be me then.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Can you hear me
Unc
clearly?
wants to know. Hold on, Wiz. If you can hear me, Unc wants to know, how did you get to your conclusion? If you can hear me.
How did I get to
Your conclusion about Randle?
Oh man, it's network. My network. 1 second.
Man,
it's my network. Let me move forward.
I think he's trying to. I think he's trying to avoid the question.
Wiz can hear us. He's trying to dodge the question.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Wiz,
passive
you trying to
aggressive.
dodge the question, bro.
Okay, now I got it. Now I can hear clearly. Go ahead.
So how did you get to your conclusion?
My conclusion about
Julius Randle.
About Julius Randle. First, we offered him 30, and he says no to that. Although my decision is not to offer him an extension at all. Is my intention. And don't we have to like November 15th to extend? I think it's somewhere in that range, right? So I need to see Randle come back healthy and play 10 games or so with the OG squad and Brunson.
He's making 30 this year anyway.
I know, he gets the same, but he gets more years. He gets 5 years, right?
No, Wiz,
give him 35 years.
That's not how extensions work, bro.
He can go. How far can we go out? 4 more years beyond the current. And he agrees to the play option next year, and then we extend another about 3 years. Is that not a possibility for him?
You just don't like Randle, huh? You want Randle gone?
Okay, but you know what? Deep down, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, deep down, I'm not a Randle fan. However, I'm willing to see what he can offer with him and OG and Brunson. So I'm willing to wait that out. And you know what? If they look really good, I'll give him his money. But I just can't max him out just like Brunson. I can't. I just can't see that he deserves a full max out because I see other players better than him that I'd like that fits better with Brunson. But again, if he and OG and Brunson start the year off the way they ended it before his injury, then you know what? I'm not going to be the one to say no to a max to him. But my summer scenario is this: re-sign everyone and given iHeart up to 18. The only one I would look at right now is I need to get Burks and Burks and Bogey out of there. And I would love, like right now, I'll take Hachimura. Look like LA getting rid of Hachimura. I will take Caruso if possible. If I could get those two type of players, because ideally I want something like my Laurie Marketing, but that's going to be a lot. But give me Hachimura and Caruso.
So you want to blow up the team?
No, Burks and Bogey are the only two I'm getting rid of. Hachimura on the bench and
wait
and
a
Caruso
minute.
on the bench.
You also talked about getting rid of Randle.
No. I'm going to say keep it as is. If Randle, I wouldn't offer Randle. Just keep him as is. Don't offer him anything. Just keep him. Don't trade him. Keep him. Next year, we deal with next year when it comes. We pay the price if he wants to walk. But I think he won't walk, especially if we win. So I'm going to bet on he won't walk if we win. He's going to feel a little bit of, he's going to feel New York. He loves New York. His family's here. His wife's going to convince him. New York City is hot. Let's stay here. The kids are growing up. They've been in school, 4 or 5 years down in New York City. Let's just make it our home. So I'm okay with keeping everyone except Burks and Bogey and trying to get a Hachimura Caruso type, replacement as a backup to both OG and Randle, and maybe even a small, he can play small at center.
What team runs 4 or 5 bigs?
Yeah.
No, there won't be. It'll be Bogey. It'll be Randle and OG with Hachimura backing them up.
Right, and then your 2 centers.
And the 2 centers.
Right. What NBA team runs 4 bigs?
That's a 9 deep player team right there, 9 deep. Right?
So if you run 4, if you run
Mitch,
4 bigs, if you run 4 bigs and 4 guards, that means you're running 1 wing player.
Mm-hmm.
technically, I'm using OG and Hachimura and Hart as my 3-4s guys, right? They're half and half, 3s and 4s.
So
Even
that
though
means
all
you're
three
running
play
2 guards then.
Wow.
Say it again.
You're running 2
I'm
guards for
running-
the entire game.
No. Brunson and Dante, and then Deuce, and then Hart fills in as needed, right? So that's Hart plays both guard, plays all 3. I mean, sorry, both 2 and 3. Hart plays 2 and 3. So Dante, Brunson, Deuce, and a part-time Hart.
Hey, otherwise asked if you ever been fired on your day off.
Otherwise also said Deuce can't
boxes,
shoot.
Craig.
So I never think otherwise says Deuce can't shoot. So now he's talking trash. Again,
And G. Robinson said you out here looking like Don Quixote.
Wow. Wait, the animated Don Quixote? Wow.
For those that know the story of Don Quixote out here fighting windmills. It's a dragon.
Yep. I'm gonna
out here slaying windmills.
Okay, but seriously, the starting lineup is Brunson, Dante, OG, Randle, and Hart, right? A backup is Josh Hart, Mitch, and Deuce, the 8-man rotation. All we need is one more man as a 9 for this regular season, right? And that's where Hachimura can come in, and that's where a backup ball handler can come in at that 9 spot, right? So 9 man.
That's going to be Rui Hachimura is your backup ball handler.
No. I'm not saying he could. No, he and the backup ball had to rotate in the minutes, right? Because I'm going to go 9 and 8 with the 9th and 10th man, situationally playing the 9th man. That's how I'm going to be doing it as far as my team. And that's it. And I think that's the least impact on the team while getting rid of players who I don't trust for next year, and that's Bogey and Burks. I just don't trust them for next year's playoff. I just see weaknesses in their games I just can't have. I want more athletic players. I want a little height as far as the forward line with backup for Burks, something OG and Randle, and I want decent backup for ball handling, little guard play. It doesn't have to be a Caruso. I want Caruso-like. I want a guy who can sometimes fill in if Brunson goes down to be that 3rd guard behind Deuce. And so, yeah, that's my team. That's my ideal scenario. A 10-deep team where, stretch. So a 3-4-5 kind of guy. And again, ideal. I want to market him, but he's not going to sit on the bench. It's got to be like a Hachimura type guy.
So would you in that scenario would you be interested in Lauri Markkanen?
Oh, in a heartbeat. I think. But the thing is, I don't know where if Mark is going to play behind OG and Randle.
See how you want to blow. See how you want to blow. He want to blow up the team, but he don't want to admit to it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. I'm leaving everybody intact except for the 9th and 10th man.
What about Lauri Markkanen?
Is
Lauri Markkanen going to be a 9th and 10th man?
Now, if Lauri comes in, then that's where. Josh
But how do you get Lauri Markkanen though?
Well, actually, if Markkanen comes in, he's going to be a backup center, backup power forward.
Markkanen?
Yep, I'm going to play him 4 and 5, and sometimes
you got 7. You could give up 7 picks for a backup player.
Exactly.
No, I'm not going to give up. But that's talking about the price. Then the price is too much. That's what more mentioned Markkanen because it's going to cost too much. Because Danny wants too much. But if I could get a Markkanen without giving up anything but a Mitch and 4 picks, I'm talking about all protected picks we have: Washington, Dallas, Detroit, Milwaukee's picks. And I would even consider giving up one of our own with our protection on them for next year, and I'm good.
Where's Wilder?
Even this is second round. I'm willing to do that for Markkanen. Oh man, I think Markkanen is going to be a star. He is a star.
Can you imagine Lauri Markkanen and Josh Giddey on this team together?
No.
Wow. But the price is what I'm worried about. How much it's going to cost. And so, who do I get?
What do you mean? What do you mean cost in salary?
No,
or you mean cost in terms of assets?
In assets and the players we give up, if they're willing to take it without giving up, blowing the team up, which means I'm talking about the Villanova crew is set. So we look at Mitch, potentially Deuce, and then assets. With Bogey for the salary, and if we want to sign Burks, if they need that salary with Burks, sign him to trade. And then, Jeffries and Jacob and those guys, throw them all away. I'm talking about Giddy and marketing as with Josh Hart. I'm sorry, I like that team.
I like Josh Hart
a lot,
but you can find a better player than Josh Hart in this draft. Taller one too.
Wow,
I'm like Sir Mix-a-Lot, bro. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Those I can't deny, bro. I'm just saying. I'm saying, Wiz, all of that stuff. It sounds video game-ish, right?
No, it doesn't. I mean, Hachimura and a Caruso type backup guard is not video game-ish. Just to get rid of Burks,
Josh Giddey, Alex Caruso.
No, that would be too much.
Without giving up anything. Okay.
No, I'm saying Caruso and Hachimura. That's all I want. Realistically,
so Caruso, Hachimura, Markkanen.
Nobody else. No, Hachimura and a Caruso type. Not even Caruso necessarily, but a Caruso type.
What position is Hachimura going to play again? The 3 and 4, right?
3 and 4 with a small big, with a small team center. 3 and 4 small team center.
Let me Let me ask Fritz this before I get out of here, right? So Fritz, is that the only move that you wanted to do? Resign Brunson? Is that the only move, the Brunson extension?
DeJounte Murray, if he's available.
And for what? Who do we give up for DeJounte though? Who do you give up for DeJounte?
They probably want 25 and 27, something next year, and probably 27.
Yeah.
And what asset? And what player? What no active player? No Deuce?
No.
Bogey
and Deuce. It's gonna cost Bogey and Deuce.
Bogey and Deuce is definitely in that trade.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Bogey and Deuce definitely.
Is DeJounte Murray better than Deuce McBride?
Yes.
Right now, yeah.
Yes.
And I'm Deuce Hive, president, CEO. He is.
Definitely.
But you're not only a client, you're the Deuce president.
Exactly. And I would sign off reluctantly, but I would actually have to talk to Deuce first with my therapist and then calm him down and be like, yo, it's gonna be okay. Get him an ice cream cone or something, a lollipop, and just say it's nothing personal, it's business, it's only business. And then walk him down there. Walk him down
to the principal office.
To Atlanta. But I take him to Magic City. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll take him to Magic City. I'd be like, Deuce, look at all this.
Slicko mode. Slicko Gaming is in the building. Slicko, what's good?
Okay. I'm with you there, Chris. I'm with you. That's your changes. I'm with you with that. I'm okay with that.
Those changes also get two rookies. So
yeah,
Deuce.
I think you gotta add some rookies, man. And no disrespect to Daquan Jeffries and his family, or Charlie Brown and his family, or Jacob Toppin and his family, or Diakate and his family, or Dwayne Washington and his family, right? But I need for those. I think the Knicks need for those back end of the roster spots to be developmental rookies.
Nice.
There'll be cheap salary. There'll be high upside guys that we could basically put at the end of the bench and have them earn their way up the roster. Whatever they get, they have to earn it. Kind of like how the 90s did Charlie Ward, Hubert Davis, and Monty Williams.
Yep, I agree.
Anyway, everybody, listen. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for rocking. Fritz, I'm sorry. I didn't get the opportunity to pick your brain. I wanted to pick your brain, about a few things that but in a live stream, bro. When Cowboy Bob is out here with his Zach Collins love affair.
And but I've been quiet today, though.
I know. I think
surprisingly quiet.
I think it's because Wiz had you speechless.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you everybody for coming through, hanging out with us. It will have more conversations like this throughout the course of the summer. I don't know what tonight's show is going to be about, right? But we'll definitely come up with some topic, some talking point for us just to chop it up, man. Salute to everybody on X watching us. X is coming through, man. The Twitter crowd, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all subscribe or follow us on X. Follow Fritz Alcindor on X. Everybody, and I'm out of here, man. We're gonna go eat lunch and get back to these TPS reports. Peace, everybody.
Salute.